Yo, what is up everybody? It's Lunar, and let me tell you something. Amsterdam is not a place you visit, it's a place you feel, you know? It gets under your skin. Welcome to our incredible journey through the wonders of the Netherlands. This country, man, it's way more than just windmills and canals, although we're gonna hit you with that too. It's an experience. We're talking vibrant cities, charming towns, history that comes alive around every corner. Get ready to be blown away. From the bustling streets of Amsterdam to the tranquil canals of Giethoorn, join us as we uncover the rich history, vibrant culture, and stunning landscapes that make the Netherlands a must-visit destination. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, because things are about to get real Dutch, real quick. Alright, before we get into this amazing footage, let me hit you with some knowledge, some fun facts about the Netherlands that they don't teach you in school, right? Did you know that the Netherlands is so flat that its highest point is actually a hill? Yeah, a hill called the Valserberg, and it's only 322 meters above sea level. That's like, what, 10 flights of stairs? Not even. Don't worry, your boy Lunar made the climb, no problem. And get this, the Netherlands is so passionate about cycling that there are more bikes than people. Seriously, they're everywhere. I even saw a grandma like 80 years old flying down the street on a bike with a baguette in her basket. It was epic. Oh, and speaking of food, did you know that the Dutch invented the donut? Yeah, donuts. They call them oliebollen, and they're like little balls of fried dough covered in powdered sugar. So good. And here's another one for you. The Netherlands is home to the world's oldest national anthem, the Wilhelmus. It dates back to the 16th century, man. That's old school cool right there. So yeah, the Netherlands is full of surprises. It's a country with a rich history, a unique culture, and some seriously amazing food. Stay tuned, because we're about to dive deep into all the awesomeness this place has to offer. Alright, let's talk about Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands. This city is electric, a whirlwind of canals, bridges, and those narrow, leaning houses that look like they're straight out of a storybook. It's like walking through a living, breathing postcard. First things first, you gotta experience the canals. And the best way to do that is by boat, obviously. We hopped on a canal cruise. It was like floating through the veins of the city. The houses, the bridges, the people, all reflected in the water. It was magical, truly. Amsterdam is packed with history too. We visited the Anne Frank house, which was incredibly moving. It's a stark reminder of the past, but also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Now, no trip to Amsterdam is complete without a visit to the Rijksmuseum, home to some of the most famous Dutch masters like Rembrandt and Vermeer. I'm not gonna lie, I spent a good hour just staring at the night watch. It's that powerful. And then there's the food scene. From stroopwafels, these thin caramel-filled waffles, to bitterballen, which are like little deep-fried meatballs, there's something to satisfy every craving in Amsterdam. Alright, so we hopped on a train, super easy, the Dutch transportation system is amazing, and headed to Ziens. This place is like stepping back in time. We're talking windmills, wooden houses, and workshops where they still make traditional Dutch crafts. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought windmills were just, a cute tourist thing, but these things are massive, and they're still in use today. Grinding grain, producing oil, it's pretty incredible. We even got to go inside one and see the inner workings, which was fascinating. And speaking of traditional crafts, we visited a clog workshop. You know, those wooden shoes that the Dutch are famous for? They're not just for show, people actually wear these things. We even tried on a pair, and let me tell you, it's a skill. Respect to the Dutch for rocking those things on the daily. Ziens is also a great place to pick up some souvenirs. We found a cute little shop selling hand-painted Delftware, which is this beautiful blue and white pottery. We had to grab a few pieces to take home. And of course, no trip to Ziens is complete without trying some poffertjes. They're these mini pancakes cooked in a special pan and served with powdered sugar and butter. So simple, yet so delicious. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to enter a world of color, like a rainbow exploded all over the place. We're talking about Keukenhof Gardens, also known as the Garden of Europe. Imagine this, millions of tulips in every color you can imagine blooming in perfect harmony. It's like walking through a dream. We spent hours just wandering around, taking in the beauty and snapping photos. I swear my camera roll is overflowing with tulips now. But Keukenhof is more than just tulips. They have hyacinths, daffodils, and all sorts of other flowers. There are also beautiful ponds, fountains, and sculptures scattered throughout the gardens. It's a feast for the senses, truly. We even stumbled upon a flower parade, which was something else. Floats adorned with thousands of flowers, marching bands. It was like something out of a Disney movie. Pro tip, if you're planning a trip to Keukenhof, make sure to check the blooming season. The tulips are only in full bloom for a few short weeks each year. Trust me, it's worth planning your trip around. Alright, let's talk about Kinderdijk, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and home to 19 historic windmills. These windmills, guys, they're not just pretty to look at, they served a vital purpose back in the day. See, the Netherlands is below sea level, a lot of it, and these windmills were used to pump water out of the lowlands and prevent flooding. It's a testament to Dutch ingenuity and their never-ending battle against the sea. We took a boat tour through the canals of Kinderdijk, which was the perfect way to see the windmills up close. You can also rent bikes and explore the area at your own pace, which is what we did afterwards. We even got to go inside one of the windmills, which is now a museum. We learned all about the history of the windmills, how they work, and the families who lived and worked in them. It was fascinating. And of course, no trip to Kinderdijk is complete without a photo op in front of the iconic row of windmills. It's a must-do for any visitor to the Netherlands. Alright, let's switch gears and head to The Hague, the political heart of the Netherlands. This city is home to the Dutch Parliament, the International Court of Justice, and embassies from all over the world. But don't let the serious stuff fool you. The Hague is a vibrant city with a lot to offer. We started our day at the Binnenhof, the seat of the Dutch Parliament. It's a beautiful complex of buildings with a history dating back to the 13th century. Then we headed to the Mauritshuis, an art museum housed in a 17th century palace. This place is home to some of the most famous Dutch Golden Age paintings, including Vermeer's Girl with a pearl earring. It's a must-see for any art lover. Afterward, we took a stroll through the city center, checking out the shops, cafes, and restaurants. The Hague has a great vibe with a mix of Dutch charm and international flair. And if you're looking for a break from the city, head to Scheveningen, The Hague's beach resort. It's a great place to relax, soak up the sun, and enjoy some fresh seafood. Next up, Delft, a charming city known for its iconic blue and white pottery, Delftware. Seriously, this stuff is everywhere, and for good reason. It's absolutely beautiful. We visited the Royal Delft factory, where they've been making Delftware for over 350 years. We got to see the entire process from shaping the clay to hand-painting the intricate designs. It's a true art form. Of course, we couldn't resist picking up a few pieces of Delftware as souvenirs. I mean, how could we not? It's like a piece of Dutch history that you can take home with you. But Delft is more than just pottery. It's a beautiful city with canals, bridges, and historic buildings. We took a boat tour through the canals, which was a great way to see the city from a different perspective. And if you're into history, make sure to check out the Oude Kerk, Old Church, and the Nieuwe Kerk, New Church, both of which date back to the Middle Ages. Delft is a city that's full of surprises. Alright guys, get ready for a change of pace because we're heading to Rotterdam, the most modern city in the Netherlands. This city was heavily bombed during World War II, so much of the architecture is new and innovative. We're talking futuristic buildings, cutting-edge design, and a skyline that will take your breath away. One of the first things we did was visit the Erasmusbrug, also known as the Swan. It's a stunning cable-stayed bridge that's become a symbol of the city. Then we headed to the Markthal, a unique horseshoe-shaped building that houses a market hall, apartments, and a parking garage. The ceiling of the market hall is covered in a massive artwork. It's pretty trippy. And speaking of art, Rotterdam has a thriving art scene. We visited the Kunsthal, a museum with a constantly changing exhibition program. They had some really cool contemporary art installations when we were there. Rotterdam is also a great city for foodies. From Michelin-starred restaurants to street food markets, there's something to satisfy every taste bud. We stumbled upon a great food market called Phoenix Food Factory, where we had some amazing craft beer and charcuterie. Alright, let's slow things down a bit and head to Leiden, a charming university city with a rich history. Leiden is home to the oldest university in the Netherlands, founded in 1575, and the city has a youthful, energetic vibe. We started our day with a boat tour through the canals of Leiden. The canals here are lined with beautiful houses, historic buildings, and leafy trees. It's a truly picturesque way to see the city. Then we visited the Pieterskerk, a 14th century church that's now a cultural center. The church is known for its impressive architecture and its connection to the Pilgrim Fathers, who sought refuge in Leiden before sailing to America. Afterward, we wandered through the narrow streets of the city center, checking out the shops, cafes, and restaurants. Leiden is a great city for strolling, with something new to discover around every corner. And if you're interested in science, make sure to visit the Museum Boerhaave, a museum dedicated to the history of science and medicine. They have some really cool exhibits, including an anatomical theater and a collection of antique medical instruments. Alright guys, let's head to Utrecht, a city that seamlessly blends medieval charm with modern delights. Utrecht is known for its picturesque canals, its iconic Dom Tower, and its lively atmosphere. We started our day at the Dom Tower, the tallest church tower in the Netherlands. We climbed the 465 steps to the top, and the views from up there were absolutely incredible. You can see the entire city and even the surrounding countryside on a clear day. Then we headed down to the canals, which are lined with wharves and wharf cellars, many of which have been converted into cafes and restaurants. We had lunch at one of these canal-side cafes, and it was the perfect spot to relax and soak up the atmosphere. Afterward, we wandered through the city center, checking out the shops, boutiques, and street art. Utrecht has a great mix of independent shops and big-name brands, so there's something for everyone. And if you're looking for a unique experience, make sure to visit the Museum Speelklok, a museum dedicated to self-playing musical instruments. They have everything from music boxes to street organs to a massive fairground organ. It's a feast for the ears and the eyes. And, alright guys, get ready to be transported to a fairy tale because we're heading to Giethoorn, also known as the Venice of the North. This village is car-free, with canals instead of roads, and the only way to get around is by boat, bike, or on foot. We rented a boat and spent the afternoon cruising through the canals, passing by charming thatched roof houses, lush gardens, and picturesque bridges. It was so peaceful and serene, like something out of a dream. Giethoorn is also a great place to go for a walk or a bike ride. There are numerous trails that wind through the countryside, offering stunning views of the canals, the meadows, and the traditional farmhouses. We stopped for lunch at a restaurant overlooking the canal, and it was the perfect spot to enjoy some traditional Dutch food and soak up the scenery. Giethoorn is a place where time seems to slow down, and you can truly relax and enjoy the simple things in life. If you're looking for a unique and unforgettable experience, Giethoorn is a must-visit destination. It's a place where you can escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and reconnect with nature. Alright guys, let's crank up the energy and head to Groningen, a vibrant city in the north of the Netherlands. Groningen is a university city with a young and international population, and it has a buzzing atmosphere, especially at night. We started our evening at the Grote Markt, the main square in Groningen, which is dominated by the Martini Tower, a 97-meter-tall tower that offers stunning views of the city. We climbed to the top just as the sun was setting, and the views were breathtaking. Then we headed to the Groninger Museum, a striking modern art museum that's housed in a series of interconnected buildings, each with its own unique design. The museum has a diverse collection of modern and contemporary art, and it's a must-visit for any art lover. Afterward, we hit the streets of Groningen to experience the city's legendary nightlife. Groningen is home to a wide range of bars, clubs, and live music venues, and there's something for everyone, whether you're into rock, pop, electronic music, or anything in between. We ended up at a cozy pub called De Drie Gezoosters, which is one of the oldest and most popular pubs in Groningen. We had a few beers, listened to some live music, and soaked up the lively atmosphere. Groningen is a city that knows how to have a good time. Alright guys, for our final stop, we're heading to Haarlem, a charming city located just a short train ride from Amsterdam. Haarlem is often overlooked by tourists, but it's a hidden gem with a rich history, a vibrant cultural scene, and a laid-back atmosphere. We started our day at the Grote Markt, the heart of Haarlem, which is home to the Grote Kerk, a stunning 15th-century church with an impressive organ. We took a tour of the church and learned about its history and architecture. Then we headed to the Tailors Museum, the oldest museum in the Netherlands. The museum has a fascinating collection of art, natural history, and science exhibits, including a 1784 electrostatic generator that's still in working order. Afterward, we strolled along the canals of Haarlem, admiring the beautiful houses, the charming bridges, and the leafy trees. Haarlem is a city that's best explored on foot, and there's always something new to discover around every corner. We ended our day at Jopenkerk, a brewery and restaurant housed in a former church. We sampled some of their locally brewed beers, enjoyed a delicious meal, and reflected on our incredible journey through the Netherlands. And just like that, our Dutch adventure comes to an end. I'm standing here feeling that familiar pang of sadness that always hits when a journey ends. But man, am I grateful. Grateful for the experiences, for the people we met, for the stroopwafels. The Netherlands, you guys, it's more than just a country, it's a vibe. It's about embracing a slower pace of life, about appreciating the simple things, about riding your bike everywhere, even if you're wearing wooden shoes. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the Netherlands. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing travel adventures. Tot Ziens.